Hello everyone, this is Tanaka from Hair and Makeup Zen. This time, I'd like to show you how to style a bridal chignon that goes well with a kimono. The special thing about this wig is that the bangs are almost as long as your eyebrows. It's pretty sturdy, so I didn't actually use any pins in the front. If you've ever struggled styling for a customer who has short bangs ordering a braided hairdo, this style is a must-have. So please enjoy the video. I'll show you how to make an updo like this one, which can be done on those with short bangs. The first step is to cut the hair vertically, from ear to ear, but not above the ear. Then do the same for the other side. Next, create a wide base at the center of the back, and curl it using a hot curler. Curl the hot curler while pulling it forward, so it rises firmly at the roots. Curl the second hot curler just below the first one. Make sure to keep the roots up. Looking here, you can see we've pulled the left side from the back. Separate the hair in zigzags from the right end of the hot curler slice line to right behind the ear. Then separate the hair strands like this. Do the same thing on the left side, but divide the hair into a vertical rope braid and then pull the top part out. After pulling it out, spray it lightly to secure it in place. The part I just pulled out is shaped to create the outline when viewed from the front. Lift the remaining hair bundle from the back with the bundle you just twisted and pulled out, and tie it behind the ear on the left side. After tying, pull it out a second time so that the bundle doesn't pressure the hair underneath it. Push the hair tie towards the scalp. The hair tie is placed at the base of the ear, just above the left collar. While maintaining this state, roll the bundle of hair into a mixed roll. If you want to go for volume, it's important to curl the roots tightly. This is what the winding ends up looking like. Once that's done, place the patted hair around the hair tie. The patted hair should be shaped into a kuyori. Place the hair so that it wraps around the hair tie. Wrap the tip of the hair so that it's tucked behind this thick part of the hair to secure it. Check from the front to see if the contour of the patted hair matches the silhouette of the style that you are imagining. Now, let's remove the hot curler and finish the center. First things first, let's backcomb the hair. In general, you'll find that the slices this thick are optimal for backcombing. This time, I'd like to create fluffiness on top of the surface, so I'll backcomb this entire slice. As you can see, the comb only reaches the middle, so push the hair forward a little bit just to make it stand. This first backcomb section is very important. If these first backcombed hairs are not adjacent to the scalp, the hairs won't move the way you want them to. So make sure to push them in firmly. You can also evenly apply spray to the area of the roots that you backcombed. Let's do the same thing with the second slice. When the backcombed hairs are finished, arrange the hairs at the root and spread them in a fluffy, radial shape. This is what it should look like from the front. After adjusting the spreads of hair on the sides, create a bundle at the top of the hair when viewed from the front. Now we haven't backcombed the hair here, so this hair will stand if you pinch it upwards. Spray a bit at a time and check the balance to see how the finished product will look from the front. Now we have a bundle of hairs at the root. Leave the hair on the surface that you formed the bundle with. Scoop out the hair just below it and curl it as you like. I think it's best to curl the curl quickly, that way they don't become too strong. Quickly separate the curls without spreading them to the ends. If you unravel the bundle while it's still warm, it will give you a soft look. This can also be used for a casual look. From here, let's balance the rolls in each area. When you've finished creating this, gather all your hair strands up and hold them together with a hand comb. Now, let's tie these gathered hair bundles together using a hair tie. Be careful not to tie them too close to the root. This is what it should look like. Now that the center is finished, let's finish the back side of the hair bundle that we've separated from the right side. We'll use a vertical rope braid in the same way that we did on the opposite side, and we'll weave it forward towards the first hair tie that we tied. Make sure you pull it out and check the silhouette from the front before moving on. While pulling out the braid, move towards the patted hair to give it a little bit of volume. Use U-pins to secure this bundle of hair firmly when moving over the hair tie. Firmly secure the bundle of hair. Comb the hair like this and slowly apply curls, starting from the middle. After curling, unravel the hair and send it to the back of the patted hair on the opposite side behind the ear. Tuck them into American pins. Unravel the curls from the first tie and divide them into several bundles. Then rope braid them to cover the combed hair. This time, I'm going to combine two bundles into rope braids. Spread out the strands of hair as wide as possible. That way, you can fill as much area as you can with a single strand. However, if you continue to move to the ends of the hair, the first part of the braid will become loose and fall apart. Use U-pins to fix the points of the hair, while covering the patted hairs as early as possible. This time, I covered the back first, but I'm going to use the remaining bundle to cover this back part behind the ears, where the hairs stick out when viewed from the front. When using a rope braid, the key is to hold the hair bundle as short as possible, then carefully braid while combing. Make sure it's hidden from the front, like this, as you move along. If you braid while holding it in place, like this, the process will go smoothly. As you can see, the hair has become quite thin. Push the back-combed hair towards the roots, and comb the unwanted hairs towards the surface. These hairs can be used as wide bundles of hair. After placing the American pins on the ends, push them into any gaps. Then secure them in place. This bundle of hair is from when we tied the center earlier. Short hair doesn't have to be forcibly braided, so treat it like a mesh and send the hair into the gaps of the mesh to secure them together. This is what it looks like so far. If you look right here, check carefully for gaps, for any padded hair that is visible. If we can figure out where the hair is not fully concealed, we can use the remaining side hairs to hide them. Here's how it looks from the front so far. Now here is where the main part of styling comes into play. I'm going to show you how to lift these short bangs and put them together, all while braiding them. First of all, let's wet the area around the current visible parting with water. As you can see, it's easier to comb the hair bundle back if you keep the hairline area wet. In this case, I'm doing it after finishing the back. But in general, it's much easier to do it first, before the back. After making it so the hair doesn't fall forward, decide on the parting. This time, the hair will be swept to the left, so the parting will be on the right side. We'll use a zigzag line to create the parting. This time, I'm going to take a bit of hair from just above the temples and I'm going to curl it. I'm going to weave this from the smaller side. If you don't finish curling this part, you'll lose the process that you had been working on, so I'm going to proceed before curling. Take two large bundles and cross braid them loosely together. Just like this. Keep your hands fairly relaxed and gradually move backwards. If the hair on the side is long enough to reach the plucked part, everything is going to be fine. But if it ends up being a little too short, after weaving the base, insert an American pin to reinforce the hair. Once you have reached the patted hair, spray the sides, including the base on this side. This bundles the hair together. This is what it should look like from the front. Once you've reached the end of the hair, curl it and join it to the chignon that's already been partially created. From here on, our key focus is how to integrate the short bangs into the rest of the braid. Once you have separated the short hairs, divide it into 2 or 3 slices. After separating the bangs like this, curl them with a straightening iron from the root and connect them to the back combed section. As for the rest of the slices, pull the hair back and upwards. Do this while rotating them. If you comb and braid your hair like this, the short bangs will blend in with the braid. Let's separate the parts adjacent to the outline of the face and then actually weave in the side part. If you were to braid the center section with this rope braid, the back section would be slightly dented, making it difficult to maintain balance. For the top, you can use a row of rope braids or even a front braid. What I'm holding are the bangs. I'm going to go ahead and soften the hairs. Thanks to how we applied the straight iron earlier, the bangs are properly maintained when pulled out. Here's what the knitting should look like from the side. The other side was braided with a rope braid, so these 3 bundles are held together in a 2-to-1 ratio. Do the same thing on the other side, using the bundles of hair and braiding them into loose rope braids. As you can see, the braiding can be done in different ways, such as a braid to a rope braid, or even a rope braid to a braid. The braidings can be varied. When you reach the plucked hair on this side as well, fix it in place with more pins. And after pinning most of the hair, comb the hair flat and curl it with a curling iron. After finishing the ends of the hairs, spray the left side of the weaves, emphasizing the bundles. Looking at it from the front, I haven't sprayed this part just yet. However, it is blending in with the weave. Spray the hair to fix it in place. This is how it should look after parting the bangs. The decorations should be oriented from the front and placed in a well-balanced manner. For a Japanese kimono, apply this kind of decoration. So, how was this style? Coincidentally, the style I just introduced is one that I suggested to a friend of mine. It even goes great with the masks that we wear during the pandemics. That's why this video is a bit longer if you've noticed. I hope you'll take the time to try it out. I've been Tanaka from Hair and Makeup Zen, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and leave a rating.